Bulk of that damage seen across Smith County. That's where we find our Jesus Martinez, who's been out since early this morning assessing that damage and talking to residents. Jesus, what did you find?
Hey, Brady, yeah, that's right. A crazy and wild wake-up call this morning for many residents across East Texas. And here in Smith County, officials tell me they responded to almost 300 calls all over the county. I want to take a look at this restaurant behind me in Lindell, Fish and Chicken. They finally covered up this tarp here. Earlier when I was here, they were barely fixing it. Restaurant workers told me it was pretty loud out here. And Encore says many residents won't have power tonight. So if you have power tonight, count yourself lucky, because many won't have it for days.
All of a sudden, I heard like this big boom.
It's not a sight anyone wants to wake up to. A tree inside of their home.
Then we went upstairs and we realized that the tree had fell on the bed that I was laying on just a few minutes ago.
Aliyah Thatcher had gone to use the restroom minutes before the tree fell into the room she was just in.
And I thought it was just a really bad thunder and it made the house shake.
Well, this is what's left of this Tyler family's kitchen. You can see behind me, this is where their dining room was, and a big tree just now cut right through the middle of their roof onto the first floor here, leaving so much damage.
A catastrophe. This is amazing that nobody literally got hurt. It's just a blessing.
Anita Francis came into town to check in on her daughter and granddaughters.
So grateful to God that I'm alive.
Further north in Lindell, the roof of Pop's Chicken ripped away like a Band-Aid.
So we thought it's going to be like a regular thunderstorm.
Eduardo Lopez says they were prepping for the day when a Lindell police officer came in and told them to take cover.
Later on, it just started picking up. You know, the wind, the thunderstorm, the lightning, everything just started getting even crazier.
The front of the roof fell on top of another coworker's trunk. Thankfully, they didn't lose power and stayed open. Others, not so lucky. These light poles tilted by the wind off Horder Road in Lindell with power lines mingled in the branches. Smith County Judge Neil Franklin says last week's disaster declaration will be extended to include those who were affected by Tuesday's storm.
The storms today, anything that we have, because we continued that today, and so it will continue in place, so they will fit in this as well.
And Judge Franklin does want to remind everyone in the county to report any damage you have to the Texas Division of Emergency Management. It's just a reminder that if you do report it to the Texas Division of Emergency Management, it does not replace you having to report that damage you received to your insurance company. And like I mentioned, a lot of people without power here tonight. Brennan, you'll have more of that later on in the newscast.